your mind out of the gutter, guys. Of course this video doesn't have to do with anything sexual. This video actually just has to do with me carrying a piece of trash up to my apartment. That's all it has to do with. You know, if you got your hopes up, you're actually about to hear about trash. So if that doesn't sound appealing to you, you can go and watch your other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That other stuff. Today I was leaving work and I walked out the gym and I locked up and I had my lunch bag and I had my book bag and I had set the alarm inside, so it would have been a super inconvenience for me to go back inside. And I walk out and I see this piece of trash laying right there in the parking lot in front of me. It's like a piece of paper that's like this big and it has just like a bunch of soot and like crap on it. And let me tell you, one of the first things I learned as a CrossFit coach was to pick up the freaking trash that's in the driveway or in the parking lot where people can see it when they come to the gym. There shall be no trash at our CrossFit gym. So I'm like, well, I really don't want to freaking unlock the door and go turn off the alarm and bring this piece of paper inside. So do I want to bring it to the trash can that's around the corner? Probably not, because my car is closer than that trash can. So I'm just gonna pick up this piece of paper and like walk to my car with it and just maybe hope that something happens along the way where I can throw it away, even though my car is like 10 feet away. So I pick up the piece of paper and I walk to my car and I end up getting inside my car with this piece of trash, right? Because the nearest trash can is like 20 feet away and I'm not about to walk that far to throw this piece of paper away. So now I'm sitting in my car and I have this piece of trash in one of the pockets in the door, and I drive home. And as I pull into the parking lot of my apartment building, I quickly look around to see if there are any trash cans where I can immediately throw it or dispose of it when I get out of my car, and there are not. So what do? I end up taking my book bag, I got my lunchbox, and I have this piece of soot paper trash with me, and I go up the stairs to my apartment, into my apartment, and now I have thrown away finally the piece of trash in my own trash can. And I was kind of like, did I really just bring that piece of trash all the way from work into my own home? You know, this isn't the first time this has happened. This actually happened with a bag of cat poop one time. Okay, but the point that I want to make in this video does not have to do with trash or cat poop. It just has to do with how much and how often, how frequently do you go out of your way? How much do you inconvenience yourself at times to do something good for the world or for somebody else? I consider there to be three bases. There's first base, there's second base, and there's third base. How far have you gone? First base would be somebody asking you to do them a favor. Are you the type of person that waits for somebody to ask you for a favor and then you do something nice for that person because they asked you to? It's inconvenient for you, it's out of your way, you're doing it to be nice, but really you wouldn't have thought about being there for that person or doing this for them if they hadn't asked. So that's first base. Second base would be doing the minimal amount of work possible to do something nice for somebody. So like if you have like a lot of money and you want to send your girlfriend flowers and you have like your assistant, like you're like, will you send Kathy flowers for me, please? Like just write a nice note. You know, that's an act of kindness, but that's like you doing the minimal amount of work to get your girlfriend flowers. I'm all about sending people flowers, but if you know your girlfriend appreciates quality time more than something you buy her, freaking give her the time. So second base is doing the minimal amount of work possible to do an act of kindness or be there for somebody else or something that just does not require that much of you. And that's not bad. I'd say, you know, doing anything for somebody or doing anything, just picking up trash off of the street, even if, you know, it's 1 centimeter away from a trash can is great. I'd say good for you if you're at second base. Now third base is doing something consciously, frequently, for somebody or for some cause that is very out of your way or very, you know, you really don't have to do this, but you decided to consciously. You invested a lot financially, or you invested a lot of time. I would say the best quality And the most valuable thing that you can offer somebody or something is your time. Because while somebody can make money and get that money back eventually, time is something that we'll never get back. So being able to spend quality time with somebody, giving your time and effort towards a good cause or towards whatever it is, I'd say that really means a lot. Why is all of this important? I believe that the amount we give has direct effect on our happiness levels. If you're somebody that's constantly at first base, just doing things for yourself all the time, doing things for yourself, getting, and then sometimes you give because somebody asked you to give this or that, you might feel a little bit good about yourself. You might be a kind person and you might have good intentions when you go do this for that person, but I don't think you will be as fulfilled as somebody who is at second or third base. If you're at second base, you're probably considered a good friend. You're probably there for people when they don't ask you to be there. You probably do little things here and there. But I'd say third base is where fulfillment really happens the most. When we are consciously thinking about ways to give and really go out of our way, sometimes it can actually make us uncomfortable. Sometimes we're like, ain't nobody got time for that. Volunteer at a soup kitchen, ain't nobody got time for that. Go to Family Dollar and get gift cards for homeless people. Tell my neighbor that I'm gonna watch their dog while they're gone for a week for free, like. Sometimes doing big acts of kindness can be rather intimidating, and we might feel like that's so out of the ordinary and that it just does not fit in our schedule that we just completely avoid doing a lot for people sometimes, which is kind of sad. We're avoiding doing a lot for people. We should be doing a lot for people, I think. I'd say if you are a first base person, just try to go to second base. Just try to consciously start thinking about little things that you can do to help the world, to help your friends, to be there for your family. Just little things that for the first time are pushing you into a mindset of, what can I do to give today? And if you're already that kind of person, I challenge you to take on a project, to volunteer somewhere, to do something larger than what you would normally do on any random given day. And I would consider myself, literally, I think we go between base 1, 2, and 3 on a daily basis. I'm definitely not a third base person all the time. I'm definitely not even second base all the time. But I do try to consciously think about ways that I can be there for somebody or do some random act of kindness throughout the day, usually. I believe that this will drastically increase your happiness levels, and I know personally that I am always a happier person. I'm always having a better week if I'm focusing on other people and not myself. So from trash to cat poop to how can I get to third base, hopefully this video got you somewhere and enlightened you somewhere up there. And I hope that today you go and you do something good for somebody else. I hope that you consciously think about ways to give. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching and happy Motivational Monday. I will see you next week. Peace.